Hi, I'm Mark Posner from the Cypress College Public Information Office. Welcome to this edition of the At Cypress channel. Just 1 month prior to the September 11th terrorist attacks, Tanya Barrientes completed the Cypress College Mortuary Science program. Partially inspired by those events, Barrientes went on to join the Army, where she currently handles Mortuary Affairs in Afghanistan as a member of the 182nd Infantry Division. Earlier this week, Barrientes was awarded one of the military's highest honors, the Bronze Star. We had a chance to visit with two of Barrientes' instructors and also chat by phone with her father, Sam Bustillos, who let us know about the award.
When we found out that she had joined the Army as an embalmer, we were very excited as a program to know that one of our alum was going to be having a huge impact on active duty military, and to learn that she has been awarded the Bronze Star is phenomenal. When Tanya was a student here, she, along with Heather Christie and Jimmy Espinoza and a number of other members of the class, were the leaders of the class. They helped put together class events. They made sure that graduation went off, relatively speaking, without a hitch. They were very involved, she especially, with leading the class on activities outside of the classroom as well as tutoring students within the classroom. Serving today's military and the condition of the remains that she would be exposed to would be above and beyond what an average embalmer would do in a week, a month, let alone a year, and she would be experiencing it on a daily basis. She would be asked to do major restorations because it's one of the pillars of the military to bring back our deceased soldiers in a condition where the family would be able to see them, and they spend a lot of time doing restorations and embalming the remains so that the family does have the opportunity to see them when they return home.
She became one of our leaders within our student association in the Mortuary Science program. She was one of our officers. Something that we've tried to empower the students, whether they're here on campus or once they graduate moving on into the field, is if you don't like something, you have the ability to institute change. And you have the leadership skills to make that change happen. And you have the knowledge base to foster those changes in the profession. It's very humbling to know that my little space here at Cypress College and within the industry here in Southern California has gone to such a great length to provide a foundation for anybody. And just to know that something that happened 10 years ago has influenced and potentially continue to motivate a person to act in an honorable manner. I'm at a loss for words, which usually doesn't happen very often. And I'm humbled and honored to know that one of our alums has achieved this noteworthy accomplishment.
She went in as a specialist, became a sergeant, got promoted to a staff sergeant, had combat tours in Iraq, received dozens of commendation medals for outstanding performance in her field, not just in the convoys and things like that, but in the Mortuary Sciences division. She's probably got 40 coins, achievement coins, that she's been handed by different ranking officers, generals, majors, colonels, sergeant majors, and things like that, to recognize her abilities. So that's where she is now. And like I said yesterday, with the culmination of all this, when after being nominated for the Bronze Star, that they actually presented it to her in front of the soldiers there in Afghanistan. So it wasn't, she said, from one single event, it was a multiple events. And basically, to retrieve the fallen soldiers under fire and direct the people around her to be meticulous about the gathering of the bodies and the way they handle them, and not to leave any stone unturned. She is very thorough in her recovery efforts of going out and recovering the fallen soldiers, and also in the way they are handled and the way they are processed to come back home. And that's what inspired her when she was working at Turner and Stevens and a couple of other mortuary firms here stateside. She saw how the bodies came back from being processed in the United States and even the soldiers that had come from the body said, well, this isn't the man that we went to war with. He looks different. And naturally, when somebody views a deceased body, they always look different. The animation is gone, but yet there's always some resemblance there that they couldn't see. So working with pictures of the individual, she restored the bodies, and the soldiers said, now that's the guy that we went to war with. And it inspired her to want to make a difference. It's like graduation, but greater than graduation, and it's saying, this is what you did, this is what you earned. And there was, granted there was other soldiers there, but you kind of focus on your own when it's done, and it's just, being in front of your peers and other soldiers, knowing that you go out in the field every day and you're in harm's way. I mean, she told me one time that Afghanistan was where the real war was. These people, when you cross the wire, they're out to kill you. They're not messing around. And she's been very fortunate not to have suffered any injuries in combat situations that she's been out on. But as a father, he couldn't be prouder